Woo, 5 years, no ring, and she's asking me, should I move in with him? What? I'm Lisa, the love coach. Let's get into it. All right, so this chick's in this relationship for 5 years. 5 years. And she's like, what's the deal? Like, not proposing, no ring on my finger, but he's all about let's move in together. What's that about? So I asked her, I said, Mel, where are you at with that? Like, what are your boundaries about that? What are your standards? Do you shack up? Because that's essentially what he's asking you to do, is shack up. Meaning, you're going to play house, pretend like you're husband and wife, but really you're boyfriend and girlfriend, or are you roommates who fuck? I don't know. We got to get clear about what it is that you want, what your standards are, and be upfront about it. So she said to me, you know what, you're right. It's very ambiguous. Like, I don't like this. I don't know if I want to move in without a ring. Like, I don't like any of that. So I told her, you got to have a conversation with this dude and you got to tell him, listen, I'm not feeling the whole move in thing. I don't really like the shack up vibe. And I understand maybe he doesn't want to involve the state into marriage, and that's fine. There are ways around that. You could do a civil union. You could do a divine union where you just exchange rings, have a ceremony somewhere on a mountaintop in, like, Jamaica, have somebody officiate, and just not file paperwork with the state if that's his big hang up. Get to the root of why no ring after 5 years. The ring is just the material thing that shows the world this person is with me, I am with them. Exchange rings, exchange vows. You can do that on your own. But this whole thing of shacking up, I advise against it. If you are a girlfriend, there's a progression. You're going to become a fiance, and there's a whole identity that goes along with that. And then after that, you're going to become a wife. Don't play the role of wife if you are a girlfriend, and certainly don't shack up.
My friend got married today, and a lot of my friends are already married. A few of my friends are just now getting married, and then a few of my friends are engaged, right? There's only a few of my friends who are not married or on the way to getting married. But one thing that they all have in common, all of the ones that are married, all of the ones that are engaged, all of the ones who have been married for a long time, is that their partner didn't wait a long time to propose to them. Their partner didn't have them running around in the streets looking crazy for a long time, having them begging for a shut-up ring to propose to them. Their partner saw them, knew what they saw, valued what they saw, dated them with intention. And as soon as they had the opportunity to lock them down, as soon as they had the opportunity to, like, this is my wifey, they did it. People will drag you around through the streets. Oh, it's just a piece of paper. Oh, it's not that deep. It's not that serious. We don't need to get married. I'm not going to get pressured into it. Baby, do not waste your time. If it's one thing that all of my friends' husbands tell me, all of my friends who are husbands, like the men friends, they all tell me the same thing. No one who really, really wants to be with you is going to be playing in your face, dragging you around for a long time because somebody else can sweep you up. Because when you're not married, you're single. Like, I know we say, oh, we're in a relationship. Okay, if you're not married, technically, you're single. So someone who's intentional about you, someone who really wants to be with you, is going to lock you down. And I hear women say it all the time, like, oh, well, it's not up to us when we get married, it's up to a man. Who told you that? It is up to you, in the sense of, if you want to be married and you have a timeline of when you want to be married, and the person that you're with is not working with that timeline, then you don't marry them and you go and you find somebody else. You are not stuck with a boyfriend. You don't have to be stuck with your boyfriend. You can actually move on and find your husband. If someone's playing in your face, keep it pushing. And this is what men tell me. Men who are intentional, men who are married, tell me this all the time. If a man is playing in your face, he don't want you. So don't waste your time with him. Okay, on to the next, because while you're entertaining him, your husband is waiting for you. Oh, marriage, love, when it's done right, it is beautiful.
Y'all can normalize being a baby mom, but in my head, I want to be a wife. Before I bring a kid in this world, and I'm talking about intentional, not accident, not mistake, there's no way I'm going to intentionally bring a child in this world and I'm not a wife. I don't have a healthy household to raise this kid in. There's no way that I'm moving in. I'm not shacking. I need my ring. I need you to love me how God love me. And if I can't get that, I don't want it.
I know this might be controversial, but it doesn't take forever to accomplish certain things in life. You only knew your husband for a year and 3 months before you got married. Isn't that kind of fast? Is it though? Like when you 100% commit yourself to a thing, you pull God into it and you pour into it, how long should it take? I dated other people before I met my husband, and I made mistakes. I had bypassed red flags. So by the time I met him, I had a very clear picture of what doesn't work in relationships, as well as what I knew to be important. Number one, bold faith in God. Two, a man with a life plan. Three, a man who created a safe space for me to grow and thrive. Four, attraction. Five, a person who respected me, honored me with time and attention. So if you were in my position and all those things were there, why would you wait? Abraham, Joseph, Hannah, Moses, all people in the Bible that acted immediately when they heard God's word. God blessed them because of their obedience. He knew he could trust them because they acted immediately. So the real question is, if God is speaking to you, are you listening? If you are committing yourself 100% to a thing, if you're pouring into it and letting it grow, it could be marriage, it could be your career, it could be a lifestyle, it could be anything. How long does it take to accomplish it?